My name is Jacqueline Hingley, and I'm currently the coordinator for the Office of MIN programs here at Georgian College. We're always looking to bring in the newest things that are happening in the industry. We wanted to provide our graduates with a step up, something on the cutting edge. The EMR system, in my opinion, is very important because it can be a life-saving tool.
I think the training provided across Ontario would benefit everybody, right from the employee to the doctor to the patient to the family member.
So we saw that as our opportunity to jump in our ratings, I guess, in the province to try and increase our enrollment here at Georgian. And we have been successful in increasing our enrollment, and we would like to think it was the efforts of bringing in the EMR and the advertising that's been done on that. Last year, the ministry mandated new curriculum for the Office of MIN. Therefore now, for all of the colleges across the province, the EMR is mandatory for them to teach in their curriculum. Choice Learning has gone above and beyond, I feel, in creating assignments, scenarios that faculty can use. It takes away a huge amount of work on the part of the faculty in that it's already there for them. Before we had Choice Learning and I taught OHIP billing in another system, I had to create the assignment myself, and it was hours and hours and hours of work. Choice Learning has that already for you in place. The assignments are already there, the keys are there for you. It's very straightforward, very fluent in how it's organized. The language is very clear for the students to understand. So it to me is an awesome tool for the faculty to use.
I have to know what I'm looking for, especially with a patient who's coming in for an annual assessment. I have to have them prepped for the doctor. So I have to go to the billing, and I have to look, and I have to assess when the patient was in last and what the codes are. And even with putting into the EMR the history of problems, I have to find a code for that diagnosis and apply it to the encounter for the doctor so the doctor knows what they're looking for and know what they're billing for.
The very first thing that we need to stress upon them is the importance of confidentiality and very high standards of work ethics when they're dealing with, this is a live database system, and depending on your role in the healthcare circle, what your access is to the EMR and how much information you're allowed to have.
You have to know, can you leave that voicemail? Can you speak to that family member that's on the phone because the patient you're calling isn't there? I would have to say that's the most important because, that breach is a big breach. If I had a breach, not only if I compromised the patient's information, and I also could, lose my job. I could face a lawsuit. Yeah, I would never want to put myself in that position.
The main things to learn in this system will be obviously your appointment booking, the manipulation of the appointment book, being able to quickly access information. If a patient calls and says, well, I had an appointment but I'm not sure when, you can access that information very quickly. Or if they're canceling and need to rebook. Again, this is so an easy system to be able to do all of those sorts of things, inputting the data and following building a patient's chart, basically. Scanning pieces into the chart so that they're filed away, creating letters is very important as well, so that documentation is kept in the patient's chart and is forwarded on to other doctors as required.
If it wasn't for the training, I wouldn't know how to navigate the EMR. I wouldn't even been able to determine what information I could give to a patient and what I couldn't give to a patient. I feel very confident in my position. I feel like I know what I'm doing, and I feel like the training that I was given has allowed me to do my job effectively and efficiently and with the opportunity of advancement.
A huge piece, obviously everybody likes to get paid, is the OHIP billing piece. So they'll get in-depth training on OHIP billing. from the beginning right through to sending it out, batching it, and sending it out to the ministry for approval. It's funny because you think when you're throwing something at students, it's, oh, you have to learn this again, but they actually love the EMR system. And I think it's more enticing to them because they know it's real life. It's a real database, it's real situations, and they know that this is what they're going to be doing when they get out to work. So they find it very exciting and they're very eager to learn. They can't wait to come in the following week and learn the next step and then apply it. It's a very hands-on course. I would recommend Choice Learning without hesitation as a whole package. The workbook that's provided is amazing. A lot of time and thought has gone into it. Again, as I mentioned before, it's very systematic in how it's processed. There's tests for you to use. As a faculty, you don't have to come up with anything. It's an amazing tool to have, and Choice Learning has done a really, really awesome job in creating the workbook and the system.
I feel like I was hired because of the experience I had on the EMR training. So I had an upper hand on a lot of the other employees. The learning experience was good in the classroom. The professor knew what she was doing. I feel like I could use everything I've learned in the training in every position provided in the company that I could move up to.
We want to put out the best product possible. We want to make sure that our grads are getting the best bang for their buck. They're putting in a lot of time and money to be here. And so I am very passionate about how they're spending their money. And I want them to get the best that they can possibly get from the money that they're spending.